Corruption by P.K. Armstrong. Chapter 33. It had been a while since Angel had seen Ella Sinclair. She had spoken with her on occasion whenever she needed work done, help at Sinclair Academy, or a fundraiser. She was headed towards Chesney Heights because Ella had insisted on seeing her lovely face and learning what she had been up to. So Angel gave in and was on her way to her estate. Chesney Heights was old money in Fillmore. Angel had plenty of work from Ella's neighbors, many who had no one in their lives they could trust to watch out for them. Ella always referred them to Angel. Having been shown into Ella's sitting room, she waited for her friend in her usual spot, staring out the large window looking over the well-manicured grounds. The door opened and Ella walked in with her housekeeper close on her heels with a tea tray. Angelica, my dear, how are you? It's been ages since I've seen you, she said sincerely. After seating herself in her chair, she motioned for Angel to sit across from her. What have you been up to? She asked, after receiving her tea from the housekeeper. Angel relaxed and settled in for a good gossip. She had asked to speak with Ella because, as a shrewd businesswoman, she had her finger on the pulse of the business community. But Ella loved the society gossip as well. She told Ella about how well Violet was doing at school, and they talked of what was going on in Fillmore society. After a pause in the conversation, Ella ventured, "So, how is Detective Christopher Roland?" She gave Angel an innocent look. Angel smiled. "He's fine. Back from Quantico and working a big case." "Simon Rain," Ella said confidently. "You heard?" Angel asked, and Ella nodded. "I met with the Business Association, and it was the talk before and after the meeting." She paused. "Now that I think about it," she tapped the armrest, "it was the talk during as well." "During? Yes. Simon Rain was the one who formed the investment scheme to purchase the land north of town. The plan was to build a race course, among other things." "Were you going to invest?" Angel said, surprised. "No, I've never supported gambling, pandering to people's weaknesses." Angel said noncommittally. She thought a moment, and Ella continued. "With Simon Rain's demise, the deal was stalled." Ella's choice of words caught Angel's attention. "It's exactly what Theodore Sorensen said." "Ella, what can you tell me about Sorensen Farms?" Ella leaned forward and poured Angel and herself more tea and passed a plate of sandwiches. "The Sorensen family has been around for about 100 years. They have been good landowners and savvy businessmen." "Profitable?" Angel queried. "I thought the new wife introduced riding lessons, trail rides, and camping because the ranching was losing money." "No, no, the ranch has always done well. Olivia Sorensen is from the city, but when she married and moved here, she loved it so much she began inviting her friends for extended visits, long weekends, and such. They enjoyed them so much she decided to turn it into a business opportunity. She's a smart businesswoman and has used her success to support a number of causes and charities in Fillmore. I rather like her." Angel was not surprised. Olivia sounded like a younger Ella. "What about David Sorensen? I think he would probably be Olivia's stepson?" Ella nodded. "David was a huge disappointment to his father after he went to college. Not because he was a degenerate or anything like that, but because he never wanted anything to do with the legacy. Oh, he liked the prestige." She leaned in. "Jonathan Sorensen once told me a story about how he caught David playing king and peasants with his cousins and some neighborhood children. Jonathan was disturbed. David was yelling at the other kids, calling them names like dirty pigs and making them perform horrible tasks." Angel was not surprised, given her mother's profile of David Sorensen. "And Theodore Sorensen?" "Ah, Teddy, he's called," Ella corrected her. "He is the son David could never be. Loyal, dedicated, and willing to sacrifice anything for the family name and lands. Jonathan practically raised him as Teddy's mom was a Sorensen, Jonathan's younger sister, and she remained single after her husband died in a plane crash when Teddy was 6. Teddy could run that ranch on his own. He considers the Sorensen legacy as a type of stewardship to the community. Are David and Teddy close? Do they get along? Angel was thinking about the story Ella just related. Hard to say. She paused and then chose her words carefully. I think because David stays out of the day-to-day running of Sorensen Farms and lets him do what he wants, Teddy probably tolerates him. Makes sense, Angel admitted. David may resent that Teddy is more the son that Jonathan wanted. Ella nodded. Could be. She tilted her head and gave Angel a piercing look. Why the interest in Sorensen Farms and the family? Angel explained briefly about David Sorensen's involvement in the auto shop and how he was connected to Violet's real mother and father. Stan Granger is in deep, and I'm beginning to wonder how much influence David Sorensen has over him. Ella shook her head. Violet, that poor child has had enough troubles for a lifetime. I don't need to tell you that if David Sorensen's involved, it can't be good.